as we continue our journey through this exhibition, we're now at the stall of Rota GmbH, and I'm with Roman Bohnet, who's the sales director of the company.
Yes, exactly.
Welcome to India.
Thank you.
I guess this is not your first time here.
No, for sure it's not the first time.
But Hyderabad, is this part of your patch, so to speak?
For sure, here are our customers.
Yes.
A lot of customers coming from Hyderabad,
Right.
so it's an important point to be here.
Right.
That's also the reason.
But I guess you have a presence in India, an office, distribution.
We have a direct office, but we have people here.
Yes.
We have a service team here established in India who cares about our customers.
Yeah, okay. So talk to us a little bit about the products and the services you offer.
Okay. So we are mainly in the aseptic filling. So any parenterals we can fill in ampoules, vials, prefilled syringes.
Yeah.
We do cartridges, lines like this we see on the back side here.
Yeah.
And for sure these lines, you not just sell it, you also need to service them.
Yes.
So we have people here in India for programming, for mechanical, for training, validation support, and to give our customer the best service as we could do.
So everything is manufactured, I guess, in Germany?
Yeah, 100% in Germany.
Yeah.
We just have one site. Rota is a company about 130 employees.
Yeah.
So that's why we just dedicated on septic filling, and everything coming. We do the designing, we do the manufacturing, programming, and so on. This is all coming from Germany directly.
So it's a small but very specific niche kind of products that you
It's not a niche, but we are dedicated in the big, let's say, pharma aseptic processing.
Okay, right.
So and just dedicated to the liquid filling.
Okay. So that's a specific thing. It's a liquid filling.
Exactly. And Rota originally was one of the inventor of ampule filling.
Okay.
The original company is from 1925. Has a huge history. It's
99 years now. Next year is going to be a big one for you.
Exactly. But the Rota Verpackungstechnik actually exists since 30 years. What we do now was a management buyout at that time. But in the end, we just.
Right. So obviously, being a global company, you have global presence. You're present in global markets. Yeah. But specific to India, what do you find are the challenges which may not exist in other parts of the world, or are they pretty much the same on balance?
I would say it's pretty much the same like any other developed countries.
Right.
I think the expectation in India is the same like we have in Europe. Yeah. And this is especially when it comes in terms of the service, of the supports, and for sure also of the equipment itself.
Yeah.
They are the highest standard. India export a lot to the US, to Europe, and for sure they have the same standards like in the rest of the world. And in Europe and in US you need this high support, so we have to give the same here in India.
Yeah. So India has traditionally been known for the manufacture of generic drugs, which are then exported. Though the move now is to go into more value-added products and services. Yeah. Does that impact the products you offer and the services you offer?
For sure. We have seen that the big manufacturing site in Europe moved to India.
Yeah.
And in Europe we have a lot of dedicated fabrications. We have specified lines, new drugs coming on the market. They need special machine, and small batch filling. This is one of the keywords.
Right.
And small batch filling is also machines we have to develop,
right,
which is also now required in the Indian market. Also, what we can see here in the show, that there is a requirement for that.
Yeah. There seems to be a big push from the government of India in this whole space of pharma, and I use that in a very generic sense, in the pharmaceutical space. It could include life sciences and all of that. Mm-hmm. But does AI and ML play a large part in what you do in terms of your development?
In our size, not, honestly speaking.
Okay,
I think we watch the things, we see what the others doing, but we are too small to follow these points exactly.
Okay. So then exhibitions becomes a large part of what you do in terms of customer outreach, particularly for markets where you don't have manufacturing facilities and stuff like that. So what role and how important is it, and what role does it play in your overall outreach strategy?
Exhibitions are still a very important point because you meet the customers. Yes. And we have seen with Corona the lack of contacts was also a lack of communication and so on. So we love to stay in touch with the people, to see them face by face, to discuss the project. So that's why exhibition is still important. Right. What we do more like to go to dedicated exhibitions, more interesting to see where we have really the right people for our product. Right. In the past there was many big exhibitions who cover everything. So we are looking more to see where we can meet our customers and have really dedicated people for that. So
trade show like this really fits into that because it's
100%, exactly. Like Hyderabad, like I said, I think it's a huge part of the aseptic filling in India.
Yes.
So exactly here is a good point to be.
Right. And let's talk about something completely different now. Okay, you come to India quite a few times, obviously, because business brings you here, Hyderabad, but I guess other cities as well. Talk to me about what you think about Indian food and Indian culture and all of that. How have you been? It's a big contrast to what you've grown up in.
Fully, complete different world.
Yes.
But yeah, I love it. You know, the
Yeah.
variety of food what you have here, and also the people you met here.
Yes.
Always have friendly people,
Yes.
and it's a good place definitely to be, and especially to see the contrast between Europe. It's
Yes.
always great.
Yeah.
And for sure, you must like it if you travel to India. Nobody would come if you don't like it to go.
Like we like going abroad as well to to enjoy
Exactly.
some of the sights and sounds and the food,
And definitely.
which really helps.
No.
So I wish you all the best, Roman. Thank you very much.
Thank
for
you
your
much
time.
for coming.
I appreciate it, and I wish you all the best for the remaining 2 days of the show.
Okay.
And see you soon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye there.